Imagine this. You're faced with a blatant disrespect, a verbal jab meant to throw you off balance. Your heartbeat quickens, heat rises to your cheeks, and for a moment, you're on the brink of giving in to anger. But then, you remember you're the master of your own ship, steering calmly through the storm. You're a practitioner of Stoicism, a philosophy as robust as the ancient marble from which its lessons are carved. This philosophy teaches you to see the disrespect for what it truly is, a test of your character. You're not a leaf tossed in the wind of others' opinions. Instead, you stand firm, rooted in the wisdom of Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. You see the disrespect as a reflection of the other person's character, not your own worth. By the end of this video, you'll not only know how to face disrespect with the cool detachment of a seasoned Stoic, but also how to emerge with your dignity untouched and your emotions unscathed. Keep watching as the final lesson weaves all this wisdom together, solidifying your path to Stoic resilience. Remember, the last lesson is the turning point. It's the one that will fortify you against the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. 1. React reasoningly, not emotionally. Encountering disrespect can prompt a knee-jerk reaction of anger or irritation. But when we let our tempers lead, we only add fuel to the fire. What if instead, we tapped into our inner Stoic, harnessing wisdom and bravery to guide us? Wisdom isn't about highbrow concepts, it's practical. It's about finding smart, sometimes out-of-the-box solutions. Bravery isn't just for the battlefield, it's for those moments of tension, giving us the guts to speak our truth calmly and firmly. Building our reactions on these time-tested virtues doesn't happen overnight. It takes real grit and persistence. Yet, this is the kind of strength that earns respect and turns tough situations around without any regrets. 2. Maintain your composure. When disrespect strikes, your first instinct might be to strike back, but there's a more powerful move, holding your ground with calm confidence. This isn't about backing down. It's about choosing to not let someone else's negativity knock you off balance. Think of it as mental armor. You stay protected, composed, and ready to respond, not react. And when you do answer, you do it with the kind of clarity and understanding that can turn conflict into common ground. Because often a person's harsh words are just echoes of their own battles. By staying cool, you're not just dodging a bullet, you're showing a way out of the fight. 3. Mastering the art of understanding. Empathy isn't just a buzzword. It's the secret weapon in your Stoic arsenal for building stronger, more resilient bonds with others, especially when times get tough. It's about seeing the world through someone else's eyes, even when they're giving you a hard time. Recognize that everyone has their own struggles, and sometimes those struggles spill over in less than ideal ways. By stepping into their shoes, you can handle the heat with a cool head and a generous heart. This isn't about excusing bad behavior. It's about understanding where it comes from, so you can respond not just with tolerance, but with insightful kindness. 4. Think introspectively. Engaging in self-reflection during clashes isn't just wise, it's a Stoic's move towards mastery over conflict. This process isn't about assigning blame to yourself, it's about understanding your role in the situation and how your actions resonate with others. By looking inward, you can pinpoint opportunities to evolve your approach, ensuring your reactions align with the Stoic virtues you stand for. Consider this. When faced with disrespect, your reflection becomes the mirror showing not just your flaws, but also your strengths. It's about grounding yourself in your core principles and letting them steer your decisions and actions. This isn't a passive act, it's an active strategy to bolster your character and the respect you command. This kind of introspection doesn't just resolve the current discord, it builds a fortress of self-awareness that can withstand any future storms of disrespect. It's a step towards not just being heard, but being listened to and respected for the Stoic wisdom you bring to the table. 5. Decide on forgiving. In the realm of Stoicism, forgiveness is a hallmark of true strength. It's not about nodding along to disrespect or wiping away the wrongs like they never happened. It's about consciously releasing the grip of negative emotions that can eat away at your well-being. When you forgive, you're not showing weakness. You're taking the reins of your emotional chariot, steering away from the bitterness that can lead you off course. Think of forgiveness as a strategic move in the chess game of life. It's a calculated decision to preserve your mental fortress, not allowing someone else's actions to penetrate and occupy your thoughts. You maintain your dignity, not by holding onto a grudge, but by rising above it. This doesn't open the door to more disrespect. On the contrary, it demonstrates your command over your reactions. By accepting forgiveness, you're not just moving past a single act of disrespect. You're cultivating an environment within yourself and around you that's conducive to growth and respect. This commitment to forgiveness is an investment in your peace of mind and sets the stage for more constructive, respectful interactions. It's a clear message. You're the steward of your emotions and the architect of your respect. 6. Take a moment to stop yourself from reacting. In moments of disrespect, the rush of emotion can be almost overwhelming, urging you to respond in kind. Yet, there is profound strength in resisting this initial surge. Pausing is a strategic element of Stoic practice, creating a vital space between stimulus and response. This gap is where wisdom resides. It allows you to gather your thoughts, to align with your principles, and to choose a response that reflects the person you aspire to be, not just in the heat of the moment, but in the grand narrative of your life. This thoughtful pause is not a retreat, but a rearming. In that quiet space, you assess the situation with the clarity of a philosopher and the calm of a sage. When you do choose to speak or act, your response is measured, effective, and devoid of regret. This discipline ensures that you don't contribute to the noise and chaos, but rather rise above it, setting a standard for others to follow. Incorporating this pause into your interactions becomes a transformative practice. It builds your reputation as a man of composure and respect, someone who faces even the harshest winds of challenge with the steady hand of a seasoned captain. Your composed demeanor becomes your shield and your influence, commanding respect in a world that often acts first, only to think later. 7. Establish definite limits. Establishing definite limits is not just a practice of self-care, but a profound act of self-respect. It's about being acutely aware of the behaviors you will permit in your life and articulating those limits to others without ambiguity. Imagine yourself as the captain of a vessel, setting the course firmly and decisively. You wouldn't allow the sea to dictate your path. Similarly, you shouldn't allow others to dictate how they can treat you. Like a captain who remains composed and steadfast, even as waves crash against the ship. You can stand firm in your beliefs and hold fast to your values, even in the face of others' disrespect. When you establish and stand by your definite limits, you communicate a powerful message. Your integrity isn't up for negotiation. Moreover, this practice underlines a deep-seated recognition of your own needs and desires. It reinforces the foundation of all healthy relationships, instilling a culture of mutual respect and comprehension. When you uphold your own limits, you teach by example, and others learn the significance of these boundaries. 8. Acceptance as a path to respect. Acceptance is more than mere resignation. It's an active engagement with reality. For men in the prime of life, Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, it's a practical guide. How does acceptance help you navigate the world with more respect, more dignity, more control? It starts by acknowledging that the world will act independently of your wishes. Accepting this doesn't weaken you, it fortifies you against the chaos of life. Imagine being unfazed by the storm of opinions and actions swirling around you. What if you could stand firm, rooted in your own values, regardless of the tumult? Isn't there immense power in knowing that your self-worth is not a currency in anyone's pocket but your own? Disrespect can be a test of your stoic resolve. When confronted with it, there is a choice. React with the same currency of disrespect, or respond with the rich composure of a well-tempered spirit. Would you let the fleeting disrespect of others unsettle the respect you've cultivated for yourself? Or would you use it as a reminder of your commitment to personal excellence? Your journey, particularly as a mature man who appreciates the Stoic way, is marked by self-command. This is how you earn respect. Not demanded but naturally accorded to you. Every moment of disrespect is an opportunity to reinforce your reputation as a man of Stoic principle. In the balance of acceptance, there's a fine line between acknowledging the reality of external factors and becoming passive. Stoicism doesn't ask you to be passive. It asks you to be supremely active within the realm of your own life, to control your responses, your emotions, your decisions. Isn't the true test of a man's character not how he controls others, but how he controls himself? In the end, respect comes from a consistent practice of Stoic principles. It's not just about being unbothered by disrespect, it's about being so assured in your values and choices that disrespect loses its power over you. So, consider this. How can you become a ray of respect and confidence by putting the Stoic discipline of acceptance into practice? 9. Harnessing light-heartedness. In the tapestry of human interactions, a well-placed joke or a warm smile can act like a soothing balm on frayed nerves. Stoicism teaches us the value of maintaining our composure, and sometimes all it takes to uphold that serenity is a touch of light-heartedness. For the seasoned men who value Stoic wisdom, knowing when to weave humor into a conversation is a skill. This skill can turn the tide of a potentially volatile interaction. Imagine you're in a tense meeting or a heated discussion. The air is thick with contention. Now, what if, instead of adding to the tension, you inject a moment of levity? Or what if your smile serves as a silent ambassador of goodwill? Isn't there strength in choosing to lighten the atmosphere, instead of letting the weight of negativity bear down upon you and those around you? It's essential, however, to navigate the nuances of humor with care. The goal is not to trivialize, but to tranquilize the unnecessary seriousness of a situation. A well-timed, humorous remark can remind everyone involved that, at the end of the day, we're all human, subject to foibles and follies. Can you find the line between a jest that jabs and one that jests? Using humor as a tool to bridge gaps rather than create them? A smile, too, can be a powerful armor. It doesn't cost a thing, yet it can be priceless in its effect. When you smile, you're not just offering a friendly gesture, you're communicating a Stoic message, that you remain unshaken, that you choose positivity over pettiness, camaraderie over conflict. For you, the Stoic practitioner in his prime, this choice of cheer is your silent assertion of control. In a world where respect is often hard-earned, showing that you can remain affable and approachable even in adversity is a testament to your character. How will you use this simple yet profound tool in your next challenge? Will a smile be your shield, humor your sword in the arena of daily trials? 10. Elevate your viewpoint. Adopting a bird's-eye view is a transformative strategy for the Stoic heart. It involves lifting ourselves above the fray, gaining altitude to see beyond the immediate turbulence. This elevated perspective is key. It's not just about surviving the storm, it's about understanding that the storm, like all things, shall pass. Consider a challenging scenario. You're up against tough odds, emotions are high, and the pressure is on. What happens when you shift your gaze from the eye of the storm to the skies above? Suddenly, you see the vastness of the world, the fleeting nature of your predicament, and the small yet significant place you occupy within it. This isn't about discounting your feelings or the situation, it's about contextualizing them. The moment you change your perspective is the moment you disarm anger and vengeance. By recognizing the impermanence of conflict, you empower yourself to respond not with fleeting passion, but with enduring wisdom. It's a conscious choice to move through life, not as a leaf caught in the wind, but as a seasoned sailor who knows the winds can't be controlled, but the sails can be adjusted. And what about our attachments, our homes, our cars, our titles? These are but sandcastles against the tide of time. By acknowledging their temporary nature, we stop letting them define us. We start investing in what truly endures, the virtues of our character. Isn't it true that the richest man isn't he who has the most, but he who needs the least? As Stoics, our true pursuit lies in the cultivation of the self, the inner fortress that no external force can breach. Compassion, humility, wisdom, these are the treasures that time cannot erode. They are the true measure of a life well lived and the legacy that commands respect. So we turn to you with a question. In the pursuit of respect and dignity, will you choose the path of temporary gains or the road of lasting virtues? How will this shift in perspective guide you toward the respect that endures beyond the material and the immediate, toward a legacy that stands the test of time? Wrapping things up, navigating through disrespect with the wisdom of Stoicism, isn't just about enduring the storm. It's about steering through it with a steadfast heart and clear mind. Stoicism offers us a robust framework. Its tenets guide men from all walks of life, especially those in the prime of their years, toward a life of respect and self-command. The 10 Stoic lessons are more than philosophical concepts. They're practical tools. When faced with disrespect, remember to stand firm and respond with a level head. Reflect inward and assess your own actions before leaping to a response. Take a moment to collect your thoughts. Sometimes silence speaks volumes. Infuse a touch of humor to disarm negativity and keep your spirits unshaken. Harness the twin pillars of wisdom and courage to navigate tricky waters. Wisdom to discern the right course of action and courage to follow through. Accept what you cannot change and empathize with those who wrong you. Know where your boundaries lie and assert them with quiet strength. Let forgiveness be the balm that heals the sting of disrespect. And with a shift in perspective, transform obstacles into stepping stones. Commit to this path, and the journey itself becomes rewarding. Forge good habits, seek out wisdom from those who've walked before you, and build a life of joy, purpose, and dignity. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger and more resilient. Let the words of Epictetus echo in your resolve. Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. Take command of your actions, and let each day be a stride toward that inner citadel of strength and serenity. The power to rise above is in your hands. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button and subscribe to join a community that values wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. Share how you'll use these Stoic lessons in your life in the comments. Together, we're more than a channel. We're a brotherhood of purpose and respect. Don't miss out. Be a part of our journey to living with intention.